Welcome to the final encounter in the Best of Kai Greene series. We have narrowed it down to the two finest examples of this bodybuilder. The 2009 Mr. Olympia version of Kai Greene goes head to head against the 2011 Sheru Classic. And what a matchup right from the get-go. In fact, this is going to be such a close contest. I think we need a second opinion. That's right. Go check out the Iron Grinds channel, and in particular, his version of this matchup. He will be doing the same matchup, the Sheru Classic versus the Mr. Olympia. So, check his matchup out, but check mine out first. Or, no, go ahead, pause this one, watch his. Either way, watch both of them, and it'll make for a great little discussion piece, maybe some controversy, maybe not. I like controversy. Either way, let's begin this one. Two good versions, very massive, pretty even as far as the muscularity is concerned. I like the midsection a little bit better in the Olympia version, although if you really look, the conditioning might be a little better in the Sheru Classic. A slight, and I mean slight, edge here to the Olympia version, because like I said, that conditioning is pretty good for the Sheru. This is hardly a point. This is another very tight race in the front lat spread. Neither of these two versions is willing to back up an inch. The legs this time look bigger and perhaps even better in the Sheru, but he is leaning back, I think, just so in the Olympia version, and it creates the illusion of that Dorian-esque lat spread. Look at the space in the arms, a little bit larger perhaps in the Sheru, but having said that, that conditioning looks better. There's a softness about him here in the Olympia. Conditioning, not the very best. This is a very good matchup. Even after these two poses, I honestly would not know which version to vote for. So let's carry on here in the rear double bicep. And once again, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know which way to go. I honestly am a firm believer that these are the two very best Kai Greenes. Wow. The lats might be a little bit lower at the Sheru. Arms look slightly better at the Olympia. Man, oh man. Legs bigger, Sheru. More conditioned legs at the Olympia. Gosh darn it. 3 poses and 3 pretty much inconclusives. Let's have a look at the rear lat spread. And wow, look at the thick just mass of the back of the Sheru Classic. Much bigger and wider. He is a Boeing 747 jumbo jet. Look how far those lats reach out in comparison. I mean, don't get me wrong, he looks good at the Olympia, for sure. But have a look. And like I was speaking about the conditioning, have a look at those legs. A real hard, deep, thick, close look of those legs. There's a hard, grainy nature of them that the Olympia just doesn't possess. A lot of good separation, but gosh darn it, it just looks like he is better conditioned at the Sheru. But plus, look at that big piece of plywood that he has for a big, thick, crusty back. Anyway, this looks like a Sheru Classic victory, but I mean, this is only really one pose, so it could tip back to the favor of the Olympia. So let's have a look at the rest of the poses. And we are very fortunate enough to have a nice direct comparison of this, I don't know, Christmas tree pose. I don't even know if it has a name. It should. I mean, my soul leaving it hang out there with no name. Like I said, he is crusty in the Sheru. Look how hard and grainy he is. Those lat insertions, I am a little bit more impressed with them. And that massive size of those big chicken wings of legs. Massive. And we're talking juiced up, steroided, thick chicken wings. Just forget that I even said chicken wings. But anyway, this is 2 in a row for the Sheru. But there are 2 poses left. And I do believe the Sheru Classic is putting an explanation point on this victory. That's right, the Sheru Classic is crushing the Olympia. And this is a pretty gosh darn good side chest pose for the 2009 Mr. Olympia. Look at that tricep. Look at the legs as well. He is displaying that hamstring a little bit better. I'm not so sure I like that you can see the other leg. But having said that, the Sheru Classic, a little bit bigger, a little bit better conditioned, yes. And when you look at the stomach, this is a make or break situation, that gut. And it is not that bad at the Olympia, not at all. But at the Sheru, he is so thick everywhere else, you would expect a big pregnant belly, but no, sir. One of the best ab setups as far as this pose is concerned for this man. So this is probably the best side chest pose ever for Kai Greene. We will be making this the final pose in this entire series. This is an ab and thigh shot. And I don't mind ending this at all with this ab and thigh. Look at the overall conditioning. And I believe the lighting is much better at the Olympia, but nothing doing. That conditioning really shines through. The waistline looks a whole lot smaller in my opinion, but I think he is tilted just thusly at the Olympia, so it makes his stomach look a little bit bigger. But I think it would be smaller anyway at the Sheru. Look at the legs. This is a very impressive version. Both. Look at the far leg at the Olympia. Look at the cuts in there. Very impressive. These are the 2 best in my opinion. I think this was a successful tournament bracket. Sometimes the 2 best. That match happens earlier on, like at the Dennis Wolf series. But I think this was the 2 finest Kai Greene versions ever. But here is your winner, the 2011 Sheru Classic version of Kai Greene. As always, at the end of these series, I would like to thank the bodybuilder in question. And when it comes to Kai Greene, I would like to extend a virtuous bit of existence, of the acknowledging of some awareness of facts that are very present in front of us when we see it, and when you do feel something inside, when you express yourself, and that is what is important. The expression of oneself, and when you achieve a fullness and oneness of these, what I would call events, and it happens so fast, and anyway, thank you, Kai Greene, for all your hard work. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I would like to also thank each and every one of you for all your views, and my subscriber count keeps going up, and I thank every one of you for that. And if you have not already, please find it in your hearts to go ahead and click that subscribe button and maybe bump me up 1 or 2 more notches. Get me close to that 1,000 subscriber number. That's what I am aiming to do. That will be a dream come true. So, I hope you enjoyed this series, and in particular, this series finale. And look forward to the next bodybuilder that I will be searching for the very best version of. And here's a heads up. It's going to be on Flex Lewis. Flex Lewis? A 212er? Anyway, have a great day.